So we bought a 1977 Cessna 152 and I'm about to show it to you. First thing that we do is we go through the logbooks and we audit them. So we're gonna go through the airframe and engine logbook. That's all I received with this airplane. A lot of times when I buy airplanes, they have just like a ton of stuff. It's like boxes and bins over the years where people have bought stuff and they kept absolutely everything, and you have to just go through it. So we're gonna go through the airframe first and see a couple of things. For the airframe, I wanna see when the last annual was, and see any of the work that they have done. In the engine logbook, we definitely want to see the last overhaul, and the propeller logbook is also combined with the engine one with this 152. So usually you'll have multiple logbooks in multiple years, but because this 152 has such low time, we have the originals. When I go through logbooks, I usually start at the most recent entry and then go backwards. So we're gonna look for a last transponder check. We're gonna look at altimeter, all that fun stuff. So 1999, what a good year.
On second thought, no, not really, no.
2000 was really fun too. Let's see. Last annual was May 18th, 1999. Wow. He only flew 10 hours in 1 year, 913.9 hours. So we're gonna then look at the TAC, so in the airplane. So when we get to the airport, we'll go through all that and see if it matches and see what time is above that. And that will be our total time. It's kind of interesting. It's like this little airworthiness declaration post-it note. I always like going through logbooks because I like seeing people's handwriting. You see like the guys with like the doctor handwriting that you like don't know at all what they're saying, and then you find the guys way back in the day, like in like the 50s, that have beautiful handwriting. It's really neat, and that's like something I geek out on. A lot of what you see in this logbook is stuff that's not even gonna matter. Like it shows there was a new battery installed, but it's 2024, so we're gonna be putting all new stuff in. It's gonna be a new battery, gonna be overhauling the magnetos, going through all that stuff. So even though this stuff was done, it was just so long ago that we're gonna have to redo it. The trim color of the paint is Goddess Gold. We're gonna first find when the last overhaul was on the engine. Actually, there's not gonna be an overhaul, it's gonna be the original because it's at 898.5 hours, actually 913. One of the things that I'm concerned about is that the cylinders are removed, and I need to know why the cylinders were removed, and we might not find out why they were removed because it doesn't say it in the logbook. So now we have to sit here and guess what the heck and why. So our last compression test shows 69, 75, 64, and 70. And they're not horrible. Number 3 is at 64. It's getting down there, but it still doesn't tell us why they removed the cylinders. It'd be better if they were higher. Okay, so basically we have to do everything. Cool. So I have to talk really quickly because there's an air show going on and I'm trying to film about my Cessna 152, and the Blue Angels, they don't care. All right, so we're here with my handy dandy Daniel, and he's gonna be recording all the squawks that we're gonna find on this 152. So let's start.
I'm ready.
Trying to film here! The cylinders were removed, and we don't know why, but the camshaft is actually in the upper part of the crankcase. So in Continentals, they're on the bottom, and it's usually sitting in oil. So we're gonna have to have it either ground down or replaced. All right, Daniel, you need to add to the list that we're gonna IRAN the engine. So inspect, repair as necessary. We're gonna split the case and go through everything, send everything out so that we can be inspected, and we're gonna put it all back together, and then we're gonna fly it. I've never flown a 152 before, but it can't be that hard. Obviously, our strut has no nitrogen in it, so we're gonna be servicing that, and I'm pretty sure that the strut chrome is gonna be good just because it's been sitting down inside the outside tube. but it's still, no matter what, it's gonna have to be serviced. And it kind of looks like the shimmy dampener's got some rust on it, so we're gonna clean that up. It doesn't look like it's going all the way down, but it still needs to be checked out. This airplane has wheel pants on it. I'm a huge fan of wheel pants. It gives you a couple knots faster. In my Skyhawk, it's normally 5 to 7 knots faster. I don't think that wheel pants are gonna make the 152 any faster than it already is, but I still think they're pretty. This 152 is like a time capsule. So my favorite thing, of course, is to dig through these airplanes and see what goodies we find. And I found some good ones here. Like this amazing hat. I guess we're gonna be looking. Daniel!
Boo.
Hi.
Hi.
Ooh, this is really cool. So we're at the Sanford Airport, and it is my stomping ground. I learned to ride my bicycle on this ramp. And this map is before the new tower was made. So it was like super old. And we don't even have the southeast ramp or any of the other runways on here. It's crazy. So I found a pad of paper, and it's a compression test. And it shows number 1 was at 60 minimum. Number 2 is at 68, number 3 is at 64, and number 4 is at 75. So 3 of the cylinders are really low. That could be a hint to why they were removed. Daniel, you need to add fuel selector. We need to make sure that those O-rings aren't dry rotted. It's been sitting for a while, so that's really important. So I'm looking at the times here, and on the tachometer we have 915.6 hours, and then on our hobs we have 787 hours. This is the lowest time airplane like I have ever found. And I can't even believe it, because a 152 is used a lot of times for time building. So they usually have like over 10,000 hours. All right, Daniel, we're gonna have to add the wings to the list. So the wings have been annihilated by this hanger. So basically the hanger gets condensation and it falls, and dust and stuff falls onto the wings, and it creates corrosion. Not just from the salt in the air, but that adds to it. So everything else on the airplane is perfect, but all the top of the wings are all full of corrosion. So we're basically gonna have to go through it, and I see some popped rivets. So we're gonna work on all of this in here. I'm pretty strong in the airframe category, so we're gonna be redoing these wings and painting basically the top side of them. A lot of popped rivets, so we need to inspect on the inside. I've bought a lot of airplanes where they look absolutely gorgeous on the outside, and they're just filled with corrosion on the inside. So the rest of the airplane looks really nice. We're gonna go through this, and hopefully it turns out good. So basically, the corrosion demons have gotten to a lot of the control surfaces, mainly these elevators and the H-stab. So we're gonna have to go through this and clean them up and repaint them. So we'll be repainting them at the same time that we do the wings. And it'll turn out good. I'm not worried about it. They don't look horrible. So the air show is going on this weekend, and we're gonna go over to Millionaire and see if we can lurk around all the cool airplanes. So we're over here at Millionaire, where some of the air show performers are housed. Let's go check them out.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost.
So some assembly required. We're gonna wait for the Blue Angels to fly over because they're so important. They're so cool. I'm just complaining as I can. I don't know if we can really make a 152. Oh look, Blue Angels. So I found a Okay. There's more hats. This one? Corduroy. Who wants to go golfing? We're gonna go hunting. Good sun fun. Hat. No one's gonna see me. I'm camo.